Your home for scores, recaps, and interviews with our top coaches. Here are your hosts, Lee Cochran and Ryan Baker.
Welcome in, Byers Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime. I am Ryan Baker. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. We're glad to have you along for this Week 7 edition of high school football overtime. And Lee, we've talked about this for years. Just when we start to think we might know something about the high school football season, things change drastically, and we've had a couple of upsets, some crazy games tonight, and I think most people would call our game of the week tonight an upset. Obviously, Upper Arlington comes into this one undefeated on the year. Olentangy Liberty at 3-3, but we've talked about this. Liberty is a team that starting off 0-3, starting off 1-3, that doesn't bother them at all. Last year, these two teams played twice on Liberty's way to a Division I state championship. Upper Arlington won in the regular season 31-28. Liberty won in the postseason 17-13. I think we knew that this was going to be a hard-fought defensive battle tonight, and that's really what it was, because it was two defensive plays that are the difference in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was played to the Olentangy. I think upset might be a strong word, because I don't know that there can be an upset in this rivalry. Even regardless of the records. But to get to the point you made at the outset, I like it because you're here at kickoff. Even before kickoff, you're just going nuts. I usually come in somewhere around the second half, and you like playing what's the biggest surprise with me. Yeah. And tonight it was this game. It's usually this game or this game, maybe a third game. And tonight it was this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, this game. And, it's funny because last week we talked. And we've talked since week 1 about how the potential matchups in week 8, and we're going to get into that. And we talked last week, and we said, week 7 just doesn't really seem to have those marquee matchups. Now, we did have Upper Arlington and Olentangy Liberty, but we both agreed it's those kind of weeks that just make our heads spin a little bit, and that's what's fun. I love it.
Yeah, It is fun, and listen, it's exciting, too, because you see league titles, league races start to take shape, and, oh, man, this is going to affect that a lot. And then this year, obviously, the postseasons have shrunk. 16 teams from the last couple of years have got in from each region. This year, it's just going to be 12. Not only are you playing to get in, you're playing to get a bye in the postseason this year. So there's all kinds of wrinkles to everything here. We were talking about Hilliard-Bradley. They get a nice win, and I think what most people would call an upset tonight, they beat Hilliard-Davidson.
I know. How you call that an upset?
Well, because
one team's 4-2, the other one's 3-3.
It's a little bit of an upset, right? I would think most people going into this week would have said Davidson's going to win that game.
And I picked Davidson to win.
So that's why I said it's a little bit of an upset.
No, one team beat the other. An upset, and maybe we've just got different definitions. Mine's right, yours wrong on what an upset is.
Interpretation as well.
But I think when you've got a rivalry game with two teams with similar records, I mean, how's it an upset when coming into tonight, Bradley was 4th in Division I Region 2, and Davidson was 7th.
And that's where I was going with that. Like, most people are like, and this is big for their league championship, right? But this is also big there. And I thought it was surprising that Bradley had more, according to Joe Idle, computer points this week. And I guess the OHSAA released them this week as well. But they had more computer points this week than Hilliard-Davidson. And that's one that kind of, when you looked at it, you were like, whoa, wait a second here. What's going on with that?
Well, and especially in the OCC Central, this is. I looked at this as one of the games that sends Bradley potentially into the middle to upper portion of that division. I mean, because obviously we know that division just loaded. Upper Arlington, Olentangy, Liberty. Orange. We haven't even talked about Orange, and they're right now one of the two teams in Central High that we consider the cream of the crop.
And that game, so last year the Central was a three-way tie, right?
Yes.
Between Upper Arlington, Liberty, and Orange.
And Orange, yep.
And now everything's crazy. Like Upper Arlington and Orange play next week. What if Upper Arlington wins that game? Then everything is topsy-turvy, and you could be looking at a three-way tie in that division again. And that's
and that game's at Upper Arlington. That's with these games, let's not diminish what that home field advantage means too. Especially Liberty tonight. That was a homecoming game. So that's big. That's going to be real interesting next week to see what happens there.
I mean, it's very exciting because as we talked about,
that's in 2 weeks. That's next week. Yeah, that's my bad.
We're getting to see these things start to shape up, right? And it's just fun looking ahead. Like, but you can't look too far ahead because then you have games tonight that you weren't expecting. Let's go ahead.
But look at Orange real quick. Look at Orange, how they're going to close the season. Upper Arlington, Then they get their home against Bradley, but Bradley's got that big win tonight, or upset as Ryan Baker likes to call it. And then they close at Liberty, at a very hot Liberty team. And we talk about it again, so much that what the OCC Central is. But, man, this gets fun now in weeks 7 through 10.
Let's go ahead and run through the scores that we do have finals so far. In the OCC Buckeye tonight, Lancaster picks up their second win. They beat Logan 41-7. Pickerington Central cruises to a 52-7 win over Newark. Newark actually scored first in that game. It was a Bodie Smith touchdown pass. He's the career touchdown pass leader now at Newark High School. This one just went final. Taze Valley Canal Winchester, knocks off Taze Valley 49-13. I wrote that one down a little wrong on my paper there. Wrote it backwards.
You surprised about the margin on that one?
I am a little bit.
Yeah, I
thought
so.
That game would be a little more competitive tonight. In the OCC Capital, Westerville South survives Delaware 26-25. In the OCC Cardinal, Dublin Jerome didn't lead until it mattered late. They beat Hilliard Darby 18-14. Olentangy hammers Marysville 49-17. OCC Central, Olentangy Orange improves to 7-0. They beat Dublin Kaufman 45-7. Our game of the week, Liberty gets by Upper Arlington, hands the Golden Bears their first loss 16-6. Hilliard Bradley 20-13 winners over Hilliard Davidson. In the OCC Ohio, Pickerington North shuts out Central Crossing 63-0. Gahanna 38-14 over New Albany. And Westerville Central, they might have something cooking here, Lee. They've been hot of late. They get their third win of the year. They beat Grove City tonight, 21-19.
Well, and from what we've heard, Grove City had, 6 plays of at least 50 yards
that were called
back. Now, they've got Pickerington North next week.
That's our game of the week
That's our game of the week. Do you think maybe that the Dogs were looking ahead a little bit?
Could be.
Well, but I mean, 6 plays of 50 yards or more called back.
Seems like Nate Miller's kind of coming into his own there as a freshman quarterback for Westerville Central. In the City League North tonight, Beechcroft gets a 41-6 win over East. In the South, Walnut Ridge shuts out Eastmore 38-0. Central Buckeye League, how about this? What a bounce back from Buckeye Valley. They had that tough loss, their only loss of the season last week to Franklin Heights. They hammer Reedy tonight, 38-7. In the Mid-State League Buckeye, Bloom Carroll gets by Logan Elm, 49-14. Hamilton Township outlasts Circleville, 49-35. Lee, that is shaping up for a nice Mid-State Buckeye League championship kind of push here for those two teams.
Week 9.
Week 9, our game of the week.
Look at this. Yep. Promo and game of the week 2 weeks in a row.
Week 9, we'll have Bloom Carroll at Hamilton Township here on the Fan. In the Mid-State League Cardinal, Grove City Christian gets a 46-7 win over Bern Union. Licking County League Buckeye, Granville improves to 5-2, 38-6. They beat Licking Heights. Mount Vernon by a point gets by Watkins Memorial, 28-27. Licking Valley 7-0. They beat Zanesville 44-0.
Hey, Coach Randy Boffman,
50th season,
370th win tonight. We were talking a little bit. Do you think that ever happens again? A coach, 50 seasons?
No.
I can't see that happening either.
Especially not in Central Ohio, no.
No. But that
It'd have to be some rural town way out in the middle of nowhere where, they have satellite internet, I think.
Yeah. But there's a big one out there next week. Licking Valley at Granville.
That should be fun for sure. Licking County League Cardinal Division, Johnstown 51-15 winners over Northridge. London 7-0. They beat Bellefontaine 48-0. West Jeff 7-0. They beat Triad 55-6. We will talk to their head coach Sean Busher coming up at about 10:30 here tonight. Some area non-league games. DeSales 40-7 winner over Cabell Midland out of West Virginia. Dublin Scioto hammers St. Charles 42-7. And then a couple games on the outskirts. Miami Trace, they beat Hillsborough tonight 49-0. And Yoda gets by Zane Trace 19-0. We're going to take our first time out of the night. We're going to try to find some more scores, line up some more coaches. It's high school football overtime on The Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Looking for a hassle-free car buying experience? At Buyers Subaru Dublin, you can shop entirely online. Browse our inventory, get your trade-in value, and secure financing all from the comfort of your home. All backed by the trusted team that's been serving from the same location under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill for 25 years. Right now, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at BuyersSubaruDublin.com. Buyers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/31/25.
Get an Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get an Eco.
ECO.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get Eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get an Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. It's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts, no for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Cancer screening can save your life. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find resources for free and low-cost screening at cancer.org/getscreened. This is a public service message from the American Cancer Society.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
So we've got a correction to make here, and then we do have a couple scores that we got in the break. I mistakenly said that Beechcroft beat East tonight, 41-6. Another one of those where I flipped my scores. That is incorrect. It was East improving to 6-1. They beat Beechcroft tonight, 41-6. A big one in the OCC. Capital has gone final. Big Walnut beats Worthington Kilbourne 35-20. How about this night from Nolan Burley? It seems like we say this all the time with this kid for the past 2 years. 26-yarder, 4-yard, 4-yard, and 80-yard touchdowns in the game for Big Walnut.
Well, and at one point, Kilbourne tied the game at 20. Mm-hmm. Next play, Nate Burley goes 80. And then it was the next time they got the ball, they had a 75-yard touchdown pass. Little quick strike offense just to put that one away.
And that's what good teams do, right? And listen, they had a tough one in the opener against Watterson, but this is a team that went to the state semifinals last year. We knew that they had a lot coming back. We knew this Big Walnut team was good. It may not be humming on all cylinders for them so far this year, but when good teams get challenged, they put that team away.
Well, and not only that, but when it comes crunch time, even before crunch time, but especially in crunch time, Big Walnut's giving the ball to Nate Burley. Mm-hmm. Kilbourne knows Nate Burley's getting the ball. Every person in the stand knows Nate Burley's getting the ball. You and I know Nate Burley's getting the ball. He gets the ball and goes 80. I mean, that's just incredible. And that's a great job by the offensive line, too.
And maybe the next time they thought Nate Burley was getting the ball. And listen, Eli Stump's a good quarterback. Yeah. Owen Pollock's a pretty good tight end / receiver. Let's go 75 yards that way.
Yeah, because then you really get them sucked in like, okay, we got to stop Nate. Little bit of a play action pass, and there we go.
You said you had a final on that Berlin game. What was that, or did you get that final score?
Let me see if I've not got it. The only thing I got was a text saying that Berlin's won their second in a row.
Okay, last
we knew it was 16-0, right?
16-0. Yeah, we'll try to get a final on that one for you. A couple of games in the City League have gone final. Afrocentric improves to 6-1 on the year, 58-16. They beat Independence. Their only loss so far this year was to DeSales. Marion.
Wait, hold up.
Hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes, because we've been talking a little bit of league. That sets up so far a big Week 9 game. Afrocentric at Walnut Ridge. Walnut Ridge had the 0-3 start, and then they're 4. If they win tonight, they'd be 4-3 and 4-0 in the division, just like Afrocentric is. And I know one of the coaches at Walnut Ridge, and after that 0-3 start, he said it's going to be fun to play for the title Week 10.
Well, it's a little bit of foreshadowing for him. And a good job by him there. Marion Franklin gets their second win of the season. They beat West tonight 23-12. And then
I got the Berlin score.
Okay, what is
the Berlin score? Kim got back to me. 26-6. Berlin wins.
26-6. Olentangy Berlin. And listen, they're going to have a nice run here to that regular season finale. Hey, you want some more foreshadowing? Right here on the Fan. That's our game Week 10 as they take on Olentangy.
That could be interesting.
Very interesting.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Burnley could be 4-5 and 4-0 in the division.
And they'll be playing for a chance to get into the playoffs, too, probably there in Region 3, because that Region 3 is stacked for sure. And then, Lee, how about this one?
Is this another one of those, are you going to believe this?
Worthington Christian knocks off Grandview tonight. Grandview, their second loss in a row, 13-16. Worthington Christian with the win. That is a big win for Worthington Christian.
Oh, it's a very big win, and it's kind of perplexing right now because, Grandview was just running through the schedule, and then they lost to Linden, which, I think I wouldn't call it an upset, but I think we were both surprised by it. And I guess I'm very surprised tonight that they lose to Worthington Christian. Now, that one I probably would put on the upset scale. But, that's something's going on there. And next week, Grandview has Grove City Christian, who is, 6-1 now?
Yeah, big win tonight for them over Bern Union. Real quick, just an update to this Hilliard-Bradley-Davidson score. We had been told it was 20-13. It was actually 20-14. Hilliard-Davidson has put out a tweet correcting that, so 20-14. And then we talked a little bit about Nolan Burley. Here's some final numbers for him tonight in this big matchup against Worthington Kilbourne. 20 carries, 197 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Have yourself a game.
Yeah, I think I caught him. I think I caught him Nate earlier. Yeah, I'm thinking about
Nate Sievers, who was a great running back.
Back, and we were talking about him in the break. So yeah.
It's a heck of a.
We can have a fumble as long as we recover it.
Listen, that's a pretty good run there for Big Walnut. You go straight from Nate Sievers, who started as a sophomore, all-state running back. Boom, right into Nolan Burley, who starts as a sophomore, all-state running back. That's a heck of a job there for.
How about the kid that comes up next? There's some shoes to fill.
He's got a couple years, though, because Nolan's just a junior right now. So I think it's Nolan's job for a little while. We're going to take another quick timeout. When we come back, we will get a preview of what you can see tonight on 1st and 10. It is Bayer Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on the Fan.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did, go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Looking for a hassle-free car buying experience? At Buyers Subaru Dublin, you can shop entirely online. Browse our inventory, get your trade-in value, and secure financing all from the comfort of your home. All backed by the trusted team that's been serving from the same location under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill for 25 years. Right now, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 72 months. Start your journey today at BuyersSubaruDublin.com. Buyers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/31/25.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. From Picktown to Marysville and everything in between, this is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in. Byers Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime. 1 hour to go. We're going to take you up to 11 o'clock. We'll tell you about the games. 10 TV later on at 1st and 10. They are going to show them to you. Dom Taberry joins us now from 10 TV. And, Dommy, I got to say, your Stallions did it today. They went down to West Virginia. They're coming back with a 40-7 win.
How about that? Yeah. And, that's a big bounce back because they got beat pretty good the week before to Watterson. And Watterson, I don't know, what'd they do tonight?
They didn't play tonight. They had a bye week.
How do you get a bye?
Nobody wanted to play them, I guess. Would you want to play them right now?
Not right now. They're pretty hot. They look to be the class in what,
Division 3.
Division 3. The sales D2 now.
Yeah.
The game of the week was really the game of the week.
It was a heck of a game.
Oh, my goodness. I was up there, and, people were thinking Liberty not so good, coming off a state championship and all that. But it's like I talked to Coach Larry Wolf, who was in the broadcast booth. Don't sleep on this Liberty football team. They've been in this situation before where they have lost early on. And, it's like the old saying goes, it doesn't matter how you start the race, it's how you finish the race. And right now, is there anyone who wants to play Liberty right now? They've won 4 in a row, and Upper Arlington, and I've seen them play a couple times this year. They're the real deal. They were 6-0, but the defense that Liberty played in this ball game was really the difference. Man, that was a defensive performance. I give Coach John Sansbury all the respect in the world because that Upper Arlington offense is the real deal, the Backuses and all that, and they frustrated them tonight. They got pressure on the quarterback. And
well, you're exactly right because in week 2 they beat Berlin 16-10. Other than that, they've not scored fewer than 30 points until tonight.
Yeah, and they were frustrated. So that's a huge win. You're talking about 2 teams that'll be in the playoffs. Of course, in the case of Liberty, they're the defending state champs, and they've got a great culture there, and that was a huge, huge win. I'll tell you the other team that is just impressing the heck out of me, and we'll have highlights of them, is Olentangy Orange. They put one on Dublin Kaufman tonight. I think it was 45-7. And this Levi Davis is amazing. Their running back, Fickle, is amazing. But they seem to be the real deal. But we talked about this before, fellas. It was kind of neat to think that Upper Arlington was the first big school to win the state championship in Division I, and tonight they played Liberty, who was the most recent Division I team to win a state championship. We saw Hilliard Davidson win a couple Division I championships. But I think there has been a shift. You know, as we say on 10 TV, Columbus is experiencing, Central Ohio is experiencing a boom town. Well, I think the boom town is not only good for the companies that are coming here and the industry and everything that's coming here. The population is booming, and I think that is really good for athletics, and that we're seeing a boom in sports that we have not seen before. You know, you would think about the Cincinnati areas or the Cleveland areas dominating the Division I football scene, but I think we're seeing a changing of the guard, and I think a lot of it has to do with the growth we're seeing in Central Ohio.
Don, how about
you've got Pickerington Central winning 2 state titles too.
Yeah.
So since Upper Arlington, you know, Davidson's won 2, Pickerington Central's won 2. You got Upper Arlington and then Liberty. So that's 6 state titles since 2000.
Yeah, and I think it's going to get. I would not be surprised to see the state champion come out of Central Ohio again.
And Dom, think about this too: the Olentangy School District this year, or not this year, excuse me, last year. Olentangy wins a baseball state championship. Olentangy Orange wins a basketball state championship, and Olentangy Liberty wins the football state championship. That's the first time in history a school district has swept the Division I state championships in those 3 sports.
And that's amazing. And think about it. And that's 4 high schools in the Olentangy district. Can you imagine if there was one?
Oh, my gosh.
Could you imagine?
Well, we've talked about that over the years a lot. Like, what if there was one Pickerington? What if there was one Hilliard?
Yeah.
What if there was...
could you imagine? I mean, and you see that in the Clevelands and the Cincinnatis with some of these big school districts. But I think we are going to be experiencing the heyday of Central Ohio sports in the years in the near. It's here. It's upon us.
But you've covered high school sports a long time.
Yeah.
And you get a Olentangy Orange boys basketball team winning state. You got a couple guys on that football team, so they've experienced that level, and that carries over because we saw Liberty do that with hockey and lacrosse, and then win in football. Yeah. I mean that's just being at that level gives you the confidence, even though it's in another sport, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And the thing is, it's about the culture, and they have a winning culture at these schools. And the OAC, you look at what it's become, it's pretty amazing. Now, Watterson's in a league by itself. I mean, I think they're very good. I think DeSales can make some noise in Division II. They got to get healthy. They've had to deal with some injuries on the offensive line, but they have got some outstanding skilled players like Coach Day's son, R.J. Day, swinging. He's going to break every passing record DeSales has ever had. But
he already has.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to pad it. It's going to be interesting to see where it all ends. But when we were there,
that's not the Dom Taberry DeSales teams, though.
Well, like I said before, when we were there, it was a triple option. It was the wing tee, and if we threw 3 times, we threw too many. I mean, our guys were the same feeling that Woody Hayes had. When you throw the football, 3 things happen, and 2 of them are bad.
There you go.
You know?
So, Dommy, what do we got coming up tonight on 1st and 10? I know your TV's already there, and we're waiting for it, but what do we got coming up?
Well, we've got the game of the week. We've got Olentangy Orange. We got the battle in Hilliard with Darby and Bradley. And so we've got all the games for you. We got a couple games from the City League, 10 games for you coming up tonight. Just put the TV on, Channel 10 at 11. And I'll tell you what, do yourselves a favor. Just tape the changer. All you really need is 10 TV, 10 TV Plus, and 97.1 The Fan. Because if you're a sports fan, if you're a Buckeye fan, is there any place you want to be? I mean, think about it, Bakes. Is there anything better than 10 TV, 10 TV Plus, 97.1? Now, I know I'm a little biased. I've been here, a couple years, 44, but you know what I mean, Guru?
Yeah.
It's like, you know how it is when you go into the grocery store and everyone comes up and says they're not worthy because you're is there a better picker of high school football than this man? You're what, leading it again?
No,
right?
I'm not there yet. I'll be there though.
He's really getting close, though. He's getting close.
You know what? It's like someone told me the Guru forgot more about football.
He has, forgot
than we
more.
will ever know. I mean, and he's educating his dispatch brothers once
There
again.
you go.
School's in session, and you're the Santa Claus of high school football, but this is the guru.
I need to let my beard grow a little more.
Yeah, and it looks good, but this is the guru. Pizza Mike, he's out there listening
I got
now.
to get over to Pizza Mike's.
He's out listening now, and he told me the guru has taught him everything he knows.
You need to take the guru to the Italian Fest with you next weekend.
think
That's
I
what
will.
you need to do.
And I tell you what,
maybe we could wrestle on the stage.
That would bring the crowd out.
Yeah, there you go. Two grown
See,
men.
I got
wrestling on the stage.
I got my physical on Monday, so I'm having pizza on Monday afternoon.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, the Italian festival is next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a week from today. And I'm gonna tell you what, if Uncle Vinny's out there, and if the Carfagna boys are out there, I'm gonna tell you what. There is nothing better than that sausage, with the peppers and onions.
I'm telling you, I love me some Carfagnas. Ugh.
And then that pizza they got, Uncle Vinny makes. Have you seen look at my Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I posted pictures of the pizza Uncle Vinny makes. Oh, my, Bake, I'm telling you.
44 years, and look at him just on all those social medias he's rolling.
But see,
who said you can't teach an old dog
But see,
new
what's
tricks?
great about Dom?
What?
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yes, sir.
You watch you tonight, you get the pictures and 1,000 words.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's like I tell the kids, Bake, I'm the coolest grandpa there is.
No doubt.
I'm on Facebook. Facebook's not cool with the kids
Not
today.
anymore.
Nope.
But please follow me for you older people like me. Follow me on Facebook. I am also on what used to be called Twitter, now X. Okay, I got a nice
Look at
following there.
this.
I am also on Instagram. Follow me on there. I'm also on this thing called Snapchat.
Oh.
I don't do too much there, but I am going to become a TikTok star. My goal is to do vertical videos from now on, baby, and we're going to be TikToking it. So follow me on TikTok if you're listening.
You've
to
been
me.
listening to the bosses. You've been listening to the bosses with vertical video, huh?
Do you not know I'm a company man?
I know you are.
From way back, I'm a
I know
company
you are.
man.
You've got all that riz,
Look at
right?
me. I'm not Adam King. I don't have that hair. I don't have that look. How do you think hey, if you're a company man, they keep you a little bit.
That's
Come on.
absolutely right.
If I look like Adam, I wouldn't have to worry about anything.
Speaking-
if I was as strong as the guru, apparently, I would have to worry about anything.
Speaking of a company man, what do you think of those Buckeyes tomorrow?
I like PJ. He's got ties to Ohio State. He was close with Tress.
You dressed up as PJ earlier this week.
Yeah, I did. I mean, that created quite the stir. If you haven't seen it, I had my shirt unbuttoned like Paul Anka.
And the chains.
There we go.
And everything.
There
Well,
we
PJ
go.
did it. It is
Yeah.
news. But, I got respect for Minnesota. But, come on, guys. This is Ohio State. On paper, they're 24-point favorite. They should win this game. They got to go out and do it. Woody Hayes used to say it's hard to get up. You can only get up for so many games, but you got to go through it. You got to deal with it. I think the one thing that helps, it's going to be a night game. They'll feel the energy. It's 7:30. Yeah. There is a business-like attitude to this football team. I think Ohio State's going to win. I'm calling it probably 45-6.
So you got them covering
Got
as
them
well. I
covered.
think they cover too.
45-6.
I'm not quite as ambitious as you. I think I said like 38-7 today, but yeah.
I think
a lot like the OU game, right?
I picked it 42-10 at Washington, and they should have beat them that bad. I mean, they should have beaten them that bad. They were beating them that bad. And for people out there that said, oh, they started slow. What game were you watching? They started out like gangbusters. They drove it all the way down the field and got to the 4-yard line and couldn't punch it in. Now, they didn't execute, but they drove it down the field. And then that punt that they fumbled, they were going to be in scoring position there. That's 14 points off the board. Yeah. And, they should have won that game. They should have put more up. But I love the fact that they won the game. It was never in doubt. But Ryan Day's got a lot of coachable things. You don't want him being too good. But I think a night game, they're going to feel the heat. They're going to want to go. And what I say, 45-6, I got them winning.
I like it. So, again, listen to us till 11, then head over to 10 TV, watch the highlights of the games we're talking about.
Just turn the TV on. Your channel's
there.
Turn
it on. It's already there.
Put it on and just, go ahead. Yeah. And, And I'll be the old guy standing next to Adam, who's a movie star pretty boy.
You're still a better-looking guy, right?
I don't know. You better go to the eye doctor, son.
Dom Taberry, thanks so much. We'll let you go get ready. Make sure you turn on that TV. Watch some 10 TV tonight in First and 10, coming up a little more than an hour from now. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got more scores, games that go in final. We're getting them all in. We will give you the updates coming up next. It's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat? Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on The Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show. Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get Eco.
ECO.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get Eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Sunny skies, light winds, and a great night for high school football. Temperatures in the low 80s this afternoon, falling through the 70s this evening, all the way down to the 50s on Saturday morning with clear skies and light winds. Plenty of sunshine Saturday afternoon, back in the mid-80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Friday nights mean high school football in Ohio. This is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in. Another 40 minutes of the show here. I'm Ryan Baker. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. A big thanks to Dom DeBerry for joining us and giving a little preview of 1st and 10 tonight. Our game of the week here on The Fan, Lee. It was a good one and kind of how we thought it would be. Low scoring defensive battle, and that's what it was. Olentangy Liberty handing Upper Arlington their first loss of the year, 16-6 the final. They get a pick 6 and they get a blocked field goal, and that was really the difference in the game. And as we talked earlier, this sets up some fun things here down the stretch in not only Division I Region 3, but that OCC Central.
Yeah, and both those big plays you're talking about came from Antonio Kish. You know, in a game like this, you got to come up big, a big defensive play or a big special teams play can be the difference. Well, Liberty got them both. Yeah, and Liberty's, I don't know that they enjoy the 0-3 starts, but they do know how to recover from them. Mm-hmm. They've had that history.
And look, we've talked about this for years, you and I. Part of the reason they have those 0-3 starts is because they go out and they schedule big-time opponents. And we have talked about that. The teams that win a lot of times that have success in the playoffs, they go schedule big-time opponents, whether that be in-state or out-of-state, they go test themselves.
Well, and you look at it this year, they opened with a loss to Olentangy, lost to Cleveland Glenville, and a loss to Gahanna. Olentangy's 5-1 heading into tonight. Glenville 4-2. Well, Olentangy's 6-1 now. We know that. Gahanna's 5-2. Now, what's interesting, they beat Berlin. Berlin's now 2-5, but at the time, Berlin was winless as well. They beat Jerome, who had lost 3 in a row before tonight, and they beat Kaufman. Tonight was a big game. Tonight was that, okay, we've lost to some tough teams, and then we beat some teams we should have beat. This one is a toss-up for the most part. Let's see what happens. And they pull it out. This one, I think, gives them that boost the last 3 weeks of the season.
And those last 3 weeks of the season, Hilliard Bradley, Hilliard Davidson, and then that big one with Olentangy Orange looming at the end.
Yeah, now, you look at Bradley and Davidson, we would think that, if you were putting odds on it, Liberty be favored in both of those. Now, they're both road games. We know that. But if they can win those, and then they're 6-3 going into that final game against Olentangy Orange, boy, it sure gets interesting. But Orange, as we said earlier, Orange has got a little bit of work, just in that, they've got Upper Arlington next week at Upper Arlington.
Let's head out now on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, and let's bring in the head coach of Olentangy Liberty, John Sansbury, joining us. And, Coach, congratulations on a huge win tonight in our game of the week as you guys knock off Upper Arlington by a score of 16-6. We were just talking, you guys have won 4 straight now after an 0-3 start. But starts at the beginning of the year, you guys are used to this. You guys have had some 1-3 starts in the past and parlayed that into state semifinal appearances. You guys play a tough schedule, and it gets you ready for postseason runs like you have last year. I know that started way back when with Coach Hale. You've kind of continued it. How important do you think that is for your team's success playing tough teams like that?
Well, it's you said it correctly there. We're used to it. We don't like starting that way. We don't go in saying, "Hey, it's okay if we don't win." But I think it makes us better. Obviously, every week is a big week for our guys. We have to prepare like it's the most important game of the year because it is. And just give credit to our seniors. We don't have a lot of them, but staying with us, trusting the process, believing in what we're doing and trying to do. And these guys work really hard. We don't have to tell our guys to work hard. They come ready to work every day in practice.
No, we talked earlier, the 3 losses were to Olentangy, Glenville, and Gahanna, both all 3 teams in the upper 5 of their the regions. Then, Berlin, obviously that's a rivalry game. Jerome, they're 4-3. Kaufman's now 1-6. But tonight's game, I mean, were you kind of excited about this one to see where your team really was at this point, an undefeated Upper Arlington team?
Of course, yeah. I mean, this is a really good team, UA, and they're a really good program. All of our games with them are always really tough. They're really well coached and just all around good football team. And so, yeah, we were really excited. We got things going in the right direction. And we got a home game. It's been a little bit since we had a home game, so it was good to be here. And, yeah, I'm just proud of these guys for the way they played.
Yeah, and we were talking to Dom Taberry. He was up there tonight, and he was just glowing about your defense. And that's what we were talking about. Defense and special teams come up big, and especially with Antonio Kish. He blocks the field goal, and then he seals the game with the interception return. I mean, it's just a wonderful performance from that young man.
Yeah, Antonio Kish, we love that kid. He's a big-time energy guy for us, energy giver, 3-year starter at defensive back, plays some running back for us normally, was a little bit under the weather today, but just kind of shows his toughness too. And he's a gamer. He's going to come out and play. And we have him do a lot. He kickoff returns, defensive back, blocks on field goals, and plays some running back. So he's a great player for us.
Well, we've seen that quite a bit in all levels of sports. Somebody's not feeling well, and then they come out and just have a whale of a game. And I've had a couple people tell me, because when you're not feeling as well as you think you can, that it kind of increases your concentration a little bit. Do you think that's what happened there?
Maybe. I don't know what, but he's a gamer, man.
Tell him not to feel too well next week either, right?
Right. Yeah. He's a super competitive kid, and we love him. He's done a good job leading for us too. His senior year, and he cares a lot. So it's great to see him have some success tonight.
Coach, this year you had the unenviable task of replacing a 3-year starter at quarterback in Andrew Leonard, who is off at Findlay now. His brother Alex and Mason Miller are 2 guys you started with, had them going back and forth at the beginning of the year. Mason had been a little banged up. Alex had kind of done a nice job here for you the last couple of games. Mason back. They both played a little bit tonight. Tell us a little bit about that quarterback position and if you're going to continue to play both of them.
Yeah, Alex has done a great job for us this season. Obviously we loved his brother, and Alex has a lot of those same traits. He's a hard worker. He's smart. He's competitive. He can run and throw. And he's getting better every single week too. And, we're in a good situation where we feel good about 2 quarterbacks. Alex is leading the way right now. But I was proud of Alex. We told him that, hey, Mason was going to get a few reps today. At some point, and he did, and Alex was super supportive and selfless and humble about it, and did what we asked them to do, and that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. But we're in a tough situation where we got two guys that can play, but it's a good situation too. So we're just trying to make the most of it and kind of navigate it throughout the year. Allows us to run our quarterbacks a little bit because of that. So there's a lot of good that comes out of it, and I'm proud of both those guys.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the huge win tonight, the 4-game winning streak, and good luck here. I know it's a tough stretch down the stretch for you guys, but that's how that OCC Central is with Bradley Davidson and Orange to wrap it up.
That's right. Every game's a tough one, that's for sure.
He's the head coach of Olentangy Liberty. John Sansbury joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. They're used to it, right? That's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't, as you said, we don't want to lose. We want to win every game, but it's just not something that's going to faze them.
Well, they have the mindset that we've been here before, and there's no panic. And that's huge because when you start putting it together, that's when the rolls happen.
It is, and they're rolling right now. It's a big win tonight over Upper Arlington. West Jeff, they are 7-0. We will talk to their head coach, Sean Bisher, coming up next. It's Bayer Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, The Fan.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall. Looky here, guys. The Grove City Smokin' Hot Wing and Music Fest is back for year 3, Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. I'm excited. We're talking cold beer, killer wings, live music all day, football on the big screen. It all supports Ghosts of War, helping veterans in need. So veterans and military, you're in free, baby. Get your tickets at AmericanNitro.com/Wingfest. Brought to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Martin Painting, T-Mobile, and Greenscapes. Wingfest, flavor, fun, and football. What more do you need?
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is The Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm an innovation ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Brian Baker knows more about high school football than anyone. Except Lee Cochran. This is Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on the Fan.
Welcome back in. Let's head right out to that Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Let's bring in the head coach of West Jefferson. His team 7-0 on the year after a 55-7 win over Triad tonight. He is Sean Bisher. And Coach, congratulations on the win tonight and the great start. Last year, you guys were 3-7, and you had some pretty big years. The year before that at 12-2, a few years before that making a state semifinal. Two-part question here for you, Coach. How difficult was it for you guys last year? And then how have you been able to turn that around into the 7-0 start so far this year?
Well, last year going 3-7 is, unusual out here. We had to deal with a lot of adversity. To be honest, we had a ton of season-ending injuries before the year even started that happened throughout the course of that summer. So we had a lot of young kids playing in some spots on Friday nights that probably expected to be playing JV on Saturday morning. So our staff was just extremely patient. We tried to do the best we could to max those kids out last year during that 3-7 season and just give them the best experience we could. And we did everything we could also for that senior class to make sure that they were having a good experience with Rider football. And then I guess the benefit of it was a lot of young kids got a ton of reps. So a lot of those guys are back. A lot of the players that were injured last year are now back, and you're kind of seeing the result of an off season of hard work.
Well, now, Coach, your son Austin's in his fourth year as a starting quarterback, and we all know about him. Who are some of the other players on the team making this such a special season so far?
Well, we have a lot of great players. We got great kids. The biggest thing before I start talking about some individuals off the top of my head is our locker room is really right, so to speak. Our kids have great attitude and effort. We're extremely unselfish. They play hard for each other. So that kind of sets the tone for our season. But, some of our older kids, up front, is where it all starts for us. We have some returning veterans there. Brett Bogenreif has been the left tackle for a couple of years. Aiden Curl has been our center. We have some other guys, filling in up there. Bertie Shoemaker and Luke Waters and Bertie York. That would be the five that mainly play up there. On the edge now we have some skilled kids that are back, and that's really helped. Jackson Beatty right now is a young man that missed the entire year last year as a junior. He's our leading receiver. Ethan Friesen's playing on the edge. Braxton Vance, and last year a kid that we had at tailback as a freshman got a ton of experience and may not have, but he did, and he's having another great year this year. Is the Reeves kid. So, we got a lot of good things going there, and then we got a lot of young men playing on the defensive side at a high level. A lot of those names are the same. So we feel good about the direction we're going. Okay, now when Ryan and I get in here in the evenings on Friday, we start just kind of throwing out who we might want to talk with. I said, we got to talk to Coach.
I said, because they got Mechanicsburg coming up next week, and that's one of the good small school rivalries. It's going to go a long way, obviously, to deciding that OHC North title. So give us a little preview of that game that's going to be so much fun for everyone.
Yeah, that's a game that's been played for a long time. I mean, before we were in the league that we're in now with them, we actually used to open up with them. So a lot of years, that's been a war of two great football teams. Both teams have always competed or normally competed for the league championship in their respective leagues. Now we're in the same one, and then there's been deep tournament runs. So that's always a great game. It's very contested. So, we know that they're a great football team. They're well coached. So it's going to be a tremendous challenge for our kids next Friday.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, the 7-0 start for you guys. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll be watching to see how the Rough Riders do here down the stretch.
I appreciate you. Thanks all you do for high school sports.
This is the head coach of West Jefferson, Sean Bisher, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. One of the best coaches in Central Ohio that a lot of people probably don't even know about. That's a heck of a football program and has been for a long time out in West Jeff.
Yeah, and it was last week that they gave South Vienna Northeastern their first loss.
An overtime game.
Overtime game. And that's, but that is such a great rivalry, between them and West Jeff and Mechanicsburg. Boy, that's going to be a great game next week.
Let's head back out to the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Let's go to the head coach of Hilliard Bradley, Mike Laparo, joining us now. His Jaguars with a big 20-14 win tonight over crosstown rival Davidson. Coach, how were you able to get the big win this evening?
I'm not really sure. Well, first of all, you guys are absolutely correct. Those are two great coaches, Wes, Jeff, and I know Kurt Forrest at Mechanicsburg. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Listening to that early part there, but we're kind of a strange roster right now. It's weird because last year we played 6 freshmen on varsity, and now we're playing 9 sophomores. And even though they have experience, you forget how young you still are. So. I thought our kids played hard tonight. We had backup quarterback role. It was his second start after last week's Arlington loss, and he played much better. The game slowed down for him a little bit, and I thought overall our defense was really solid.
Well, Coach, you came into tonight. You'd lost to New Albany by 2 touchdowns, lost to Upper Arlington by 17, and then just turned around and beat Davidson. What was the turnaround from the last couple of weeks?
We just focus on trying to get better. I know it's like coach's cliche stuff, but that's it. We can only control our controllables, and we just try to make ourselves better and not really worry too much about the opponents because our league, and our league is an absolute bear. I mean, it might be the strongest league in the state of Ohio, top to bottom. So you just got to try to get better, and you got a lot of young kids out there, and we got a new our backup quarterback's in there, and he did a great job for us tonight. So you just focus on the details.
Coach, you mentioned some of those freshmen that played a lot for you last year. I got to see you guys play last year, actually, against Davidson. One of those freshmen that really caught my eye was Richard Truss, one of your running backs. How has Richard grown from that player we saw last year who might have been a little undersized but showed a lot of potential into a guy you can really rely on moving forward?
Yeah, he's made a tremendous leap from, first year to second year as far as what he's able to do. Same kind of player. He's hard to bring down. He doesn't let you get a straight shot on him. Everything is, to the side. And he just does a fantastic job moving the chains and wiggling and trying to get that extra yardage. So he's grown quite a bit. And, I'm excited to watch him over the next 2 years.
Well, Coach, you brought up the OCC Central, and I'm going to agree with you. I think it's the toughest conference in the state of Ohio. I would love to have a discussion with someone trying to give me another conference that's better because you guys come off a huge win. Let's turn around and play Olentangy Liberty, the defending state champion.
Lord. They got a big win over Arlington tonight.
Yeah, that's good too, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you look at this division, I mean, every week you got to be at your best. Is that a good thing?
I think it is. As much as we all probably don't love the fact that we have to have, bloodbath after bloodbath each week, week in, week out, it does prepare you for what's coming at the end of the season if you can make it. That's the whole problem is can you make it? Can you be healthy? And, we're not very healthy right now. So hopefully we can start getting some kids back as we get toward the end of the season.
Coach, I don't even know if this is something that you would even think about or if you would bring up with your kids, but you talked about last year. Not only did you have a lot of freshmen playing, but you had a lot of sophomores as well. Olentangy Liberty last year won a state championship with a group of seniors who played a ton of ball on the varsity level as sophomores. Do you ever point to a team like that and say, hey, guys, it sucks right now that you were taking your lumps, but look what these guys did. This could be us in the future.
Yeah, it's absolutely been discussed. Last year was my son's senior year, so he was part of that, seeing Liberty when they were freshmen. And I was there watching him play and watching Liberty just destroy everybody as freshmen. And then they continued that path. And that's the difference is they got to stay together as a group and win as freshmen and then win as sophomores, whereas I yanked 6 freshmen straight to the varsity last year. So it's a little bit different. But, the end goal is still the same. We hope and think we could be really good over the next couple of years. And, we obviously have a good group right now that's working really hard.
I mean, do you say you pulled 6 freshmen to play varsity? Do you ever just in your head think how crazy that might be? You're a Division I, a successful Division I. I mean, you guys were in the state semifinals a few years ago, and now we're pulling 6 freshmen. Does that say a lot about those freshmen, obviously?
Yeah, it does. I mean, they're a special group of kids, and like I said, there's 9 of them now playing varsity. So you've got 9 sophomores playing varsity. Yeah, it's an absolute special group of kids. They were special coming through middle school. We knew that, and we just were at the point last year where, we're coming off of the state Final Four, which is wild, and then the fact that you have to play 6 freshmen the following year. I mean, that's unheard of. But it is what we've had to do, and we kind of reboot it, and it's hard. It's a struggle on all of us, our coaches, our kids. And, last year was definitely a struggle. But you get to the end of the year, and you go beat Springfield at Springfield in the opening round, and it just leaves a better taste in your mouth, And then we fought Davidson really hard in that second matchup, and they were a better team than us and ended the season. So, you're seeing the growth. That's all I really care about. I just want to see the growth from these young guys, and they're doing a great job.
Well, Coach, I know how much those Hilliard matchups mean to all of you guys. Congratulations on the big win tonight, and good luck the rest of the way here in the OCC Central.
Thank you. Appreciate what you guys do for high school sports.
He's the head coach of Hilliard Bradley, Mike Laparo, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Always enjoy talking to Coach Laparo.
Yeah, and when he says starting 6 freshmen, I mean, years ago, when I played football, I played in the smallest class size in West Virginia, and I couldn't imagine myself starting as a freshman.
You're seeing it more and more, though, now at all levels of high school football. When we come back, we will run through the scores, and we will get the Guru's final thoughts on Week 7. It's Bayer Subaru Dublin's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Columbus. Good. GLakesHyundai.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get Eco.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get Eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers. Jameson Whiskey didn't go to college. And Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Let's face it, repairing or replacing your roof is a big decision. It's an investment in your home, your safety, and your peace of mind. But with so many roofing companies out there, how do you know which one to trust? How do you know your investment will be in good hands? Since 1992, Newman Roofing has been the family-owned company homeowners have relied on. We understand that roofing projects can be stressful. That's why we built our company around you, offering a white glove experience designed to make your roofing project as smooth and easy as possible. At Newman Roofing, we focus on the details because the details matter. Our craftsmanship, attention to quality, and commitment to service are second to none. Why? Because when your name is on it, it just means more. Your roof isn't just another project. It's our promise to deliver the very best. So, as the cooler weather approaches, don't wait. Get your Newman roof while there's still time this fall. Call us today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Subaru Dublin High School Overtime on The Fan.
Real quick, before we run through all the final scores here locally, Margaretta tonight beat Hopewell Loudon. That was Hopewell Loudon. That broke a 29-game regular season winning streak for Hopewell Loudon, which was tied for third in the state. with London. So London at 30 games now has the third longest active regular season game winning streak in the state of Ohio. Of course, Marion Local is at 55 now regular season games. They have won 71 straight now, has Marion Local, including the playoffs. Let's run through those scores one final time. In the OCC, Buckeye Groveport beats Reynoldsburg tonight 20-7. 41-7, Lancaster topped Logan. Pickerington Central hammers Newark 52-7. Canal Winchester 49, Taze Valley 13. OCC Capital, Big Walnut 35-20 winners over Worthington Kilbourne. Westerville South squeaks by Delaware 26-25, and Westland knocks off Westerville North 26-17. In the OCC Cardinal, Dublin Jerome comes from behind late. They beat Hilliard Darby 18-14. Olentangy cruises to a 49-17 win over Marysville, and Olentangy Berlin gets their second win of the year 26-6 over Thomas Worthington. 7-0, that's what Olentangy Orange is after a 45-7 win over Dublin Kaufman in the OCC Central. Olentangy Liberty beats Upper Arlington, gives them their first loss of the year in our game of the week, 16-6, and Hilliard Bradley knocks off Hilliard Davidson 20-14. In the OCC Ohio, Pickerington North 63-0 winners over Central Crossing. Gahanna beats New Albany 38-14, and Westerville Central knocks off Grove City 21-19. In the City League North tonight, East beats Beechcroft 41-6. In the City League South, Afrocentric 58-16 winners over Independence. Marion Franklin 23, West 12, and Walnut Ridge with a shutout 38-0 over Eastmore. Central Buckeye League tonight, Columbus Academy 14-0 winners over Franklin Heights. Buckeye Valley hammers Reedy 38-7. In the Mid-State League, Buckeye Bloom Carroll 49-14 winners over Logan Elm. Circleville falls to Hamilton Township 49-35, and Fairfield Union shuts out Liberty Union 41-0. MSL Cardinal, Grove City Christian 6-1 after a 46-7 win over Byrne Union. We talked about London 48-0. They beat Bellefontaine tonight, and then a couple of games. A big one we want to talk about in the Knoxmore Athletic Conference. Centerburg hammers Mount Gilead 46-0, and then some local scores. DeSales 40-7 winners over Cabell Midland. Dublin Scioto 42-7. They beat St. Charles. Walsh Jesuit shuts out Hartley 49-0. Amanda Clear Creek 35-7 winners over Lucas, and Worthington Christian knocks off Grandview 13-6. Guru, I know you want to look ahead to Week 8, but a couple thoughts real quick on Week 7 before we head there.
Real quick, we talked with Dom a little bit. Dom was bragging about the Olentangy schools. All 4 win tonight. Let's stay in Delaware County. Nolan Burley, he's got the big game. 4 touchdowns, 200 yards rushing as Big Walnut wins. Our game of the week, you mentioned that. Antonio Kish, what a performance by him. We talked to Coach Sansbury about that. Next week's game of the week, let's transition into a little next week. Next week's game of the week, Pickerington North took care of business. Grove City, I don't know if they were looking past it or not, but 5 or 6 plays called back of 50 yards or more. Just amazing. But, yeah, next week, goodness gracious. Let's go. Olentangy Orange at Upper Arlington. Wow. Hartley Watterson, Hartley had the big loss tonight, but boy, that's still good. It could be a pretty good game. Columbus Academy, Buckeye Valley. Licking Valley, Granville in the LC, Licking County League. We talked to Coach Bisher they played Mechanicsburg, but London's going to put that 30-game winning streak on the line against undefeated Jonathan Alder, but that's in London.
That is going to be a huge one for sure. Don't forget Buckeye coverage starting tomorrow at 2 o'clock right here on The Fan. The Kevin Stefanski Show coming up next. Congratulations to all the teams that won tonight in Week 7. This is high school football overtime on The Fan.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on The Buckeye Show. News, special guests, and everything